Hey Bougie gang, what's going on? Happy Monday. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. How's everyone doing today? It's Monday. Oh yeah, daylight savings time daylight savings time was Saturday. We were all confused yesterday. That messed me up. I don't know if you got messed up by daylight savings time or we didn't realize it was daylight savings until I don't know, maybe it was like 6 o'clock. And my husband was like, gosh, today seemed to be like a long day. And I was like, was it daylight savings? And he's like, that's what it was. And I was like, I said, well, did it happen on its own? And he went and looked in the kitchen because on the stove, that is manual, right? He said, it says 7 something, da 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 da. And we're like, we didn't even know. We slept, everything's automated up in here except for the stove, okay? Maybe when we get our new stove, the time will be Bluetooth so it can change on its own. What's up, Ghost? I see you. What's up, everybody? Yeah, we didn't even know it happened. We just benefited from the whole entire day. We were oblivious to the daylight saving benefit. We just were like, it's kind of a long, nice, relaxing day, isn't it? And just went about our business until we realized something's just not right. Like it just seems like we got some extra time from somewhere. You didn't know till 9:30? Okay, so Mocha Wine didn't know till 9:30. Girl, Mocha Wine didn't know until it was almost bedtime. Who's off from work today? That's what I want to know. I'm semi off from work because I did make lunch for my husband, but I made that yesterday. Um Not yesterday lunchtime, but dinner time. Girl, I made some red kidney beans. I had 2 bags of Goya kidney beans, bread. And you know me and these turkey parts. I grilled 2 nice turkey legs, some onions, some fresh garlic, and put that in a pot with some olive oil. And then I had already washed my beans and I went ahead and started filling the pot with water. And I threw 2 pounds of red kidney beans there. Girl, it was so good. Oh my God. It took about 4 hours to get them just right. I threw 2 bay leaves in there. What else did I put in there? A lot of different seasoning. Lemon pepper seasoning is like my new like secret seasoning. Some lemon pepper, there's a little lemon pepper, um, the blend by Kinder's, Badia, red pepper flakes, pink Himalayan sea salt, all the things. And then I made some of that the yellow rice with the saffron in it. And I cut up half a jalapeno, red onions. I didn't have a whole lot to put in it. I just put garlic, um, red onions, and jalapeno with whatever the mix is. I get it from Sam's, like a big container. I did like 2 cups. Um, oh, and a bouillon cube. Okay. And then I had some turkey wings and I put 6 legs in the oven, 6 chicken legs and 3 big turkey wings. Girl, we were laying around the house like who did it and why. And when my husband said today seems like a long day, girl, we were full up in here. Okay. I was sitting at my desk and I was gonna go live, and then I was like, I need to get over to OSIP. So I put up OSIP, and girl, my computer was like, would you go to bed? Just go ahead and finish up getting your rest. My computer was not trying to comply yesterday. And girl, I put on have you seen that Fenty onesie? Where if you go on the Fenty Savage and they're like, if you don't buy one thing, get the onesie. I bought the cheetah print for Farrah and I got the burgundy. My husband was like, hell no, I don't want that. I'm not wearing a onesie. Um, so I got the burgundy and Farrah has the cheetah. Girl, this thing is so comfortable. Oh, it was so good. The beans are delicious. I had some for lunch. Farrah took some of the chicken and just made herself a buffalo chicken sandwich because they're out of school today and tomorrow. So that's what I did. I was cooking yesterday, y'all. They had me up in here cooking. I didn't have no shoes on. Um, I will never forget the day that I realized I was standing in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant. Do you guys want me to tell you that story real quick? Even though we're supposed to be talking true crime or news stories right now, me and my boyfriend, now my husband, were living together and it was almost Thanksgiving. And I was in the kitchen and I was cooking real hard. Like I broke out a sweat. I had an apron on and everything. And I was standing in the kitchen. I realized I'm barefoot and pregnant. It had to be more like Christmas. It was the holidays. I was barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen cooking. Okay. A whole cliche, but it worked out. It worked out. And I've been in the kitchen barefoot cooking ever since. Okay. Because once they find out you can cook, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Um, that's really the story. I was cooking. It had to be holiday food because it was Christmas. I don't know why I said Thanksgiving. Maybe because Thanksgiving's coming up, but I was cooking. I know I had to be cooking a turkey. I've been making a lot of turkey lately. If I didn't know better, but I do know better. But I love turkey. Turkey is like my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. But that was the time that I realized I was in the kitchen. How sometimes you just have like an epiphany, like something just comes over your mind and you're just like, oh my God, I'm literally barefoot and pregnant. And I was and cooking. So, all right, guys. What do we know? Shall we begin? We haven't done this in a while, stating some or all of the facts, as many as you guys can throw out so we can talk about them. I will throw down the call in because we haven't done that in a while either. Nesto has court this week, and I have no idea if anybody's even going. I know I'm up here in Charlotte. I will not be in attendance. I hope that somebody is going. Um, I know that I'm gonna assume and maybe guess that Mr. Byron might be going. I need to send a note on Instagram just to check in and see if that's on his calendar. Hopefully, I don't know if Pam said she is making arrangements. And then we did see the scheduling calendar go up. But let's just talk about this week specifically. There is court this week. Hello, 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 hello. Who got here? 1, 2, 3 first. Okay. Sunflower Babe TT. Okay, Sunflower Babe TT. What's going on? Ghost and Jackson Tabasco. What is good? Jackson Tabasco. I don't know why, but that swoop. Every time I see that picture, it reminds me of She by Sheree. Do you remember when Sheree had her hair kind of like a honey blonde? Um, I don't know. It's just your picture, your that little bit of avatar reminds me of Sheree, Miss Sheree Whitfield. Um, let's see. Hi, Sheree. Is it Travel Girl? Guys, there have been a couple of sisses who have stepped forward who have had dealings with luggage, ladies and luggage. And we have some friends who are going to come through and tell us their stories very soon. So stand by for that. That's not going to be today, but that's going to be happening very soon. So I know we love to hear a good scammer story, and it's definitely a cautionary tale. Because unfortunately there are people who want to separate you and your hard-earned coins, okay? And it's good to hear what happened because for all intents and purposes, a lot of people had a good amount of people had experiences with ladies and luggage that may have been favorable. And then definitely there were ones who did not. There were some people who didn't want to say anything until it was actually, it was kind of too late. So, I think we do live in a culture where if you have feedback on something and it's not positive, people may look at you funny. And that's weird to me. I feel like the truth needs to be heard, especially if it's an opportunity for someone to do better. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who, without their money, who were saving for vacations or who paid for vacations, and our people have notified the attorney general. So if you hadn't seen that story, look for the thumbnail where Ray J is in the thumbnail from last week. We just happened to come across that story, and then a few of you guys chimed in with like the Yelp and the BBB page. I think I did grab the BBB page. I'll have all of that for when we have our friend come through to tell us her experience. But it's unfortunate. Again, I've never had that experience. However, I have been scammed before, not on a grand scale, but I was really young. I had someone pretty much scam me for some money. And at the time, it was a good amount of money. And that taught me a lesson to not separate myself from my money again. And I learned really early, and it was very painful because I worked hard for my money. Fortunately, I was still living with my parents and stuff like that. So it's not like I had a lot of responsibility, but I was very hurt and I was mad. I was mad. Um, oh, yes, Petty Patty. Thank you for saying that. Please take a minute and look at your device and make sure you are subscribed to this channel, set your notifications, and hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. Um you had that hair color. Yes. Okay. Hi, cool gamer. What's going on? What's going on? Just Nikki, plant lover. Okay, everybody. All right. So, what do we know so far? So far, we know that Ernest Williams does have court on the 7th. Okay. And the judge did issue the scheduling order. And we went over that the other day. So, if you hadn't seen that, go check out that video. We went through the scheduling order. I do think I posted it, if I'm not mistaken. It's posted now. Judge Eric Dunaway's standing order with all of the information on his kind of basically it's like a SOP. I guess they call it a standing scheduling criminal case order. So basically, for all intents and purposes, for everyone else, it's a standard operating procedure. It's SOP. Okay. Is a SOP as it pertains to how they do things in the court. So I will make sure to post a link to that, guys. Um, Actually, let me just post the judge's link on Fulton County. Let me just send that to y'all. Copy. So if you guys want to read that, you are more than welcome to do so. I just drop y'all the link and it just gives you all of the details on the rules and the procedures, how the calendar's set, all of those things. So get into it. All right, Facebook, why didn't you let it go through? Wait a moment and then try again. It's okay. Facebook, you're gonna have to come over here, y'all. Facebook, it wouldn't populate over to the it did go over to the Facebook side. I see it now. Okay. Um so what are they doing in court? It's supposed to be a motions hearing. So any of the pending motions that they have, I think they had a motion eliminate and they had the demurs and they had something else. I guess we're going to hear it's going to be like a court day, but I would imagine based on what they put on the scheduling, we're going to be getting some more dates very soon. Let me see if I have this in front of me. Let me pull it up. Let's see. All right, let's see what's going on here. We looked at this the other day, but we're going to look at it again real quick because it's just like, okay, now what's going on here? Um, okay, so I mean, they're having court on the 7th, but I guess any new additional motions need to be in by the 22nd. The responses need to be by December 6th. There is going to be a hearing date. Motions required. Evidentiary hearing will be heard on. Okay, motions requiring evidentiary hearing will be held December 18th. Motions requiring evidentiary hearings will be heard on December 18th. So I wonder if they don't get into the motion to suppress. Will they talk about the motions to suppress? If the judge does not deny the motion to suppress just anytime soon or on Thursday, I wonder if that'll be heard December 18th. And then on the 16th of January, we should be hopefully they'll be setting some things into February, March. This case will appear on the court's January 16th final plea calendar. Defendant will receive several notice concerning this calendar. So stuff is going to be happening soon, which is interesting because this has been a long time. A lot of us have been following this trial for a very, very long time, and it's time. I mean, I'm definitely ready, and I'm definitely um I'm sure it's been longer for Nesto cuz he's actually sitting in jail, but at the end of the day, we're ready to see some action. I'm not going to lie. Um, Now, some of you guys in the comments are like, well, with what happened with YSL, I wonder if they're going to do any kind of a deal with him. So, number one, if let's just say there's a deal, right? Say there's a deal. He has to accept it, right? Or decline it. Also, what we saw that was special was there was a non-negotiated deal. There's negotiated deals, which if you look at the motion from Will Wooten, and he filed the motion for intrinsic evidence, the admission of intrinsic evidence. You will also notice, and that's one that they're going to have to discuss also. That's another pending item that's open. Um, they talked about all of Nesto's negotiated plea deals, right? Every guilty that he's had have not been adjudicated through a jury. They have been negotiated pleas. Now, does that mean that he's going to get another negotiated plea? No, it does not. But it also means you don't have to be special, okay? Because he's had several, right? Now, that being said, even if he were to get a negotiated deal, he still has two pending cases. I don't know that they're sitting on those two other cases as much as maybe they're waiting for the RICO. They could be waiting for the RICO to complete, because to have 2 and 3 trials running tandemly, I don't know. I guess maybe it was a matter of who was ready first. I'm not sure. So, the RICO is up, and we're going to see what's going to happen with that. If he were to get a deal, it doesn't mean anything unless he accepts it, and if, based on his age, girl, 10, 15, 20 years, and if he has, even if they gave him a sweet deal, he still has 2 other pending cases. He's not going to walk out of jail right away. He's not going to walk out of jail. Um, we don't know if it would be anything similar to what the other guys or what anyone else is getting in Fulton County. He's got too much going on. He's really not going anywhere anytime soon. That's what he said, but we also know that Nesto is not aligned. His words, he lies, okay? For all intents and purposes, sir doesn't tell the truth completely. And we know this, right? He says a lot of things he doesn't mean. He's talked about telling off many a person, and we know good and damn well he didn't tell off a soul. We've heard him say he got mad and he got nothing. Nesto doesn't tell the truth. He's about as cuckoo fugazi as his girlfriend. Anything over 10 years is a problem, right? Yeah, because I mean, he's 60 and not in wonderful health. As we've seen, he had a mediocre stroke. That's coming from him. He said a mediocre stroke. What else did Sonia say? Gout. Do we need to go back to that call? I need to do a short of that. Okay. Mediocre stroke, gout, high blood. What else did she say? When she said high blood, high blood. Let me drop the phone line so y'all can call in. I haven't heard from you guys in a long time. Who has some girl? The blindness. I should have wrote them down. Um, high blood. What does she mean? High blood sugar, high high blood pressure, high glucose. You know, girl, the knees. His kidneys, girl, everything. He is broke down. Crazy. Okay. The medicine in his eyeglasses. Oh my God. I'm dying. I need to go get some more water. Jaundice. Why are you giving him jaundice? Um Girl, it's his conversation. Oh, my laugh makes your day. Well, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Need the medicine glasses. I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing. Oh my God. I kind of have some calls lined up, but I didn't know if you guys wanted to go through that today. Um I tried to pre-record it a little bit. Your brain is hurting. Oh my God. Maybe we should listen to them. Um let me see. Girl. He thought that Dion was telling him, instead of getting his 5-minute speech or just kind of getting his thoughts together when and if he has a moment to speak to the judge, to be able to kind of have a story to tell and not, well, that don't make no sense, Your Honor. Like, at the end of the day, they can't keep you in jail because you don't have any plans. But that being said, you're a man of a certain age who is going to be 60 years old before this is said and done. Because let's keep in mind, they've already got a court date for him in January, and he will have just celebrated his 60th birthday. Okay. Um, he is not going to be able to get gainfully employed. He has numerous felony backgrounds. He has been out of the job market for how long? He has no work history to speak of, and he might even be lazy. Like, he might not necessarily be the one who's going to do something. He seems like a finger pointer and a talker. And it's unfortunate for him, but at this point in his life, he has not earned managerial, senior manager, or even business owner. Like, at the end of the day, sir, he's out of the market. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any friends, so it seems. He doesn't have anybody with any money who's coming to his rescue. He doesn't have a GED. He doesn't have any licenses. What are you going to be able to do to make money? That's what he needs to be sitting around thinking, and not trying to think business deals and all of this stuff. He really needs to kind of try to get with someone who can offer him some decent employment outside of the fact that, like, sir, you're really not high on the list of desirable. There are 60-year-olds right now ready to work. Okay? There are 60-year-olds who have a lot to offer, a lot to bring to the job market in many different levels. He's just not one of them. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's the honest truth. He is not bringing anything to the table that because there are people in the job market who can run circles around him who are his age. They have better computer skills, they have degrees, they have certifications, they have licenses, they have experience, they have capital, they have credit, they have references. Being someone his age doing what he has done at this point in his life, he's really kind of like he needs to have a plan. He really does need to be sitting there instead of hoping and dreaming and finger pointing to who's done what to him. He really needs to devise some sort of pathway in his head because there will be a day where people are going to ask him some questions about what he wants to do, whether he's getting out or not. I mean, your plan just can't be I'm going to find a gullible ass stupid female who has a couple of coins to rub together who's going to let me drop my duffel bag in her living room. Sonia, hello? Well, he doesn't I don't know if he has a license. Does he even have a license? I wonder if he has a C class. Just because we've seen him driving Nesto, it does not seem like someone who follows rules, and he could drive a truck. That's definitely a possibility. But who is he? Like, does he have a what is it, CDL? Does he have a C class driver's license? Is he going to be able to get a job with a logistics company? I think it's easy to say he could drive a truck, but he doesn't own a truck. He's not an owner operator, and he still has to go apply for a job. Now, out here in the trucking industry, you guys can tell me, I've never hired drivers per se. Is someone going to trust someone like a Nesto with $1 million worth of freight in their 53-foot Freightliner? Does he get a sweet type of job with a big logistics company and he's been in the pokey for 3 years? You know what I'm saying? He might have to start off trying to get like a local job. I don't know, maybe leasing one of those Amazon trucks and trying to get his own little Amazon situation going on, one of those lease situations. Um, yeah. There's plenty of people out here with clean backgrounds, or if they've had something on their background with some space and distance to show that they can be trusted and are going to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? He's so fresh out the pokey and with such a bad background of, when people see, it's one thing to see certain things, but when you see theft by deception, theft by deception, theft by deception, fraudulent this, bogus that, do Rico, that's a tough one to make it through a background check. But how is he going to be bonded if he doesn't have his own tractor trailer? If he's trying to get a job with a company to drive their trucks, that's still the same vetting process. If he had his own, I don't know if Dre has his own truck, but it seems like Dre has his own truck. So he may have a different situation where he is getting bookings and he has certain accounts that he deals with. versus like working for a logistics company. Uber and Lyft drivers. Girl, do you imagine Nesto picking you up in an Uber and a Lyft? But he doesn't have a car. What car does he have? His credit is going to be shot and he has no money. So he can't use Shirley's credit. He can't use Shirley's job. He can't say, "Oh, we make 400 up in here." No, you don't have that. You don't have that, boo boo. And Sonya gets a social security check. That man is not going to do anything. But yeah, but that, so back to my original point, he needs to have some sort of, I love how they made the Statue of Liberty in a Kamala suit, okay? In a sensible business suit, but made it very much Statue of Liberty. Um, yeah. He can't go into the court telling Judge Dunaway that he plans to just lay up and find another stupid female, or he got one, that he got somebody already who will lay down everything for him. And he's all he has to do is, all he has to do is provide bedroom services. What's he going to tell Judge Dunaway? He got a job at Bedroom Candy? She gets, but I don't think she gets a lot of EBT. She gets like $100, doesn't she? Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. You first of all, he couldn't use my car. Can we I had to let that soak in for a second. No, you couldn't use, I mean, maybe he can use Sonya's car. Tashima. So Tashima, doesn't Tashima live on the other side of the country? So Tashima will take some worms in exchange for some food. I am so not up on the Tashima story, so some of that stuff falls flat on me because I don't know anything about her. I just know she can't spell, and I'm just assuming she can't read. Um, Girl, and she seems to like incarcerated folk. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's it. I don't know her. I don't know. I don't know too much about what she got going on. All he knows how to do is scam. Straight from the YouTube streets. Okay. All right. That's what y'all think. That's all Nesto like knows how to do and knows what likes to do is scam. Do I need to pin the thing? I'm put it up one more time. Mm-mm. Okay, history says he will sell Sonya's scooter and try to flip it for a deal. Girl, just to get his business going. And so kind of he's gonna use her scooter as seed money, as a seed deal. Okay. That's quite plausible. I so can see that. Hold on a second. All right, let me pull this up. Let's see what we got going on here. Scam and sex. Okay, so he has a little bit of trade, but I don't know if he can't really trade any of that because it's and then Candy says, exactly. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me pin. Did I pin that right? Girl, I pinned N Harmon. Okay. Hold on. My bad, N Harmon. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Not to say I wouldn't pin your comment. I just was trying to pin the call in. Okay. All right. He's a trick, never a treat. Okay. He will be making money on his podcast, his church, his RV park. I like that. Okay, can we talk about that for a minute? Hold on, y'all. So the good sis V the one says he will be making money on his podcast. Do you see Nesto getting up every day? You see how me and the girls, well, and there's guys out here too, obviously. You see us YouTubers, us real YouTubers out here, big or small, okay? Get up here on our little schedules and handle that business. Do you think Nesto can get up and handle that podcast business? Like, let's be for real. Okay. Nesto will be making money on his. That's what he. I know this is what he says. I know this isn't what you're saying, sis. But do you? I don't. I don't think so. He can't do it. I think people love to think that this is like super easy, and there are harder jobs, but you have to be very organized to do this. Okay. How many of you guys go into a live stream and it's unorganized? The person has no idea what they're talking about. They may not be entertaining. They're trying, they are trying. Not that they're bad and not that they won't be amazing soon, right? But sometimes people get on here and they think this is going to be so easy and they realize it's not. And the audience is brutal in a nice way. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to tell you in a minute that you're unorganized. You don't know what you're talking about. So and so said that last week. Um, girl, can you please, like, we don't want to hold on for a long, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, and click off fast, right? India K8. I have seen it. I have seen it and it's brutal. And sometimes you got to just I mean, I'll tell you guys cuz you guys are my friends. I have done practice lives before back in the day before I really started doing like this type of format. I would practice. First of all, I practice, like I would do a dummy live or something, like just for myself, record it, listen to it back kind of thing. I usually take a little period of time before I go live just to, okay, kind of run through what I think I'm going to talk about. I set up my I set up my desktop. You know what I mean? Like you have to be organized. And then you also have to be flexible because this is live. So what could happen? The damn internet could shut off. A troll could come in here and light the place on fire. And you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how to handle those type of things, right? Don't forget he's suing the bloggers. Girl, hold on. Okay, let me add that to my list. Hold on. Let me go back and find. Thank you, boo. Um, do I have that highlighted? Is that in here? H Cook, thank you. New YouTube member. I appreciate that. Petty Patty, he doesn't have a 410K. He got one leg off walking around in a wheelchair. Vicky to the Veil, girl, baby, you gonna get me in trouble. Wait, hold on. He's gonna be rich from suing. Now you guys are dropping all of this. Okay, hold on. Let me highlight that one. He's going to sue the bloggers. That is, we're gonna talk about that. Okay. Um, I lost the one with all the plans. Okay, let me see. Where was it? He's gonna podcast. Girl, what's that one say? Hold on. Okay. He's going to be suing all the law enforcement agencies. Nesto will become a red pill content creator. They don't mind a little mush mouthery. Girl, stop. Ugh. No one's gonna tune in over there. I think people will go and troll for a minute and then of course, well, his number one pick me supporter, Bible, his prayer partner, I'm gonna say it like that. Prayer partner. I'm not talking about prayer warrior, aka the lady who goes to visit him for some prayer visits. Maybe she will give him a shout out so people will go to his channel. You think Nesto and Sylvia, I mean, what's her damn name? Sonia will come back with some channels? Or you think Sonia will want to? Will Nesto, if Nesto is podcasting, is he going to podcast with Sonia? Is it going to be like Howard Stern and Robin Quivers over there? Because Nesto can't do it by himself. So who's he going to have over there with him? Is he going to have Sonya over there or he's not going to have Sonya because he's going to want to use that to collect females? Podcasting from the RV. You guys are a mess, okay? Okay, podcasting. I couldn't find that comment to save my life. Hold on, let me start. Okay. Podcasting, his church, the RV park, the movie, and the book. Okay. We got the lawsuit. What else do we have now? Now I'm okay. Girl, he's banking on the bus. But he has to be in one place because if he's, he's going to be on what's it called? That part says the church. Yes, he said he wants to build his own city. Okay. Huh. Not Bishop Mammy Jake. Stop it. Nesto just want to tell his story. Y'all are funny. Now, I do believe that he will be trying to preach, scamming at the church. Okay. Don't forget his city. Yes, he's building a city, y'all. Go to the playlist. I think I titled it. It's on the thumbnail somewhere. He said he's going to build his own. He wanted to have his own city of women who he can preach and teach to. I think he wanted Infamous there with him. Okay. Nesto just want to tell his story. Okay, let's see. Now I do believe he's trying to preach and scamming. Don't forget the city. All right, I'm scrolling. Oof. Okay. And the breakfast and bread. You guys are so funny. Stop it. Breakfast and bread. He wants a breakfast and bread, guys. Why did he call a Airbnb or a traditional bed and breakfast a bread and breakfast? Okay. Did he call it breakfast and bread or bed? He called it breakfast and bread. That was hilarious. Okay. Who's checking in over there? What will he talk about? He can't articulate a thought. You know what he's going to say? Now tell me, who you going to vote for? That's going to be his question. He can't put on a channel interviewing Sonya all day. We have ran that content into the ground. See, the sad part is Nesto can't really go live we've already covered everything. It's like, Nesto, you're going to have to get a new topic, sir, because we have exhausted your topic out. Like, sir, you don't even have a topic. When you get out and you want to talk about you, we done already done that. Okay. We have there. You're not going to have no space on YouTube because they're going to be coming over here and debunk all of it. And they're going to run you off. We've seen it done before, right, guys? It's going to be sad. It's sad. Sonya couldn't even get a place out here. Sonya tried to get a place down the street and they done ran her off the block. Okay. You come on here lying, you're not going to make it 90 days and you going to get that first check and be like, it's not worth it. Okay. Hello.
Hello, I'm checking in from the breakfast and bread with one leg off in a wheelchair at the fire station.
Will, will they not run him off of YouTube?
I think he could become the next that either he's gonna go to Jesse Lee Peterson or Patterson, whatever he is, that crazy man, or he's gonna be Atlanta street interviews if he tries to do media.
No. You think the guy who does Atlanta street interviews is at least a little savvy. I don't see him.
He's also creepy too.
That's because we know behind the scenes he's screwing his subject matter.
He okay. I started watching him like with the
Okay, tell
Josiah.
tell the people who you're talking about because they may not know.
Oh, there's a gentleman. I can't think of his first name. There's a gentleman who goes and interviews homeless people in
He looks
Atlanta.
like he's Peter Thomas's cousin.
Yes, he's a nice looking man, and
Hmm.
he tries to help them out. But like when the people talk about being abused in a sexual manner, he asks the most invasive questions, and it's
I think he
almost
gets a little turned on.
he does, and it's like well, when somebody
Excuse my
tells you that
laugh.
no, no,
He's perverted. He's perverted.
when somebody tells you like, oh yeah, because I have been
Stop it. It's Marcus.
abused.
That's right. That's how we
Marcus,
keep.
okay,
It's Marcus. Yes.
Marcus, yeah,
Allegedly. Let me wait, girl. Let me drop my
allegedly,
banner. Okay, girl. It's fine.
allegedly. So I have been abused. So like generally when you hear somebody else like say, "Oh yeah, this happened to me," you're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." And
Yeah,
you
that's
kind of
awful.
yeah, it's awful. You don't really ask details. He goes in for specifics. So when did it start
Tell us
happening?
what happened. Yeah. Did
Tell
you?
us what happened. Did you like it? Like what did you get turned
He
on during
he
this
does
process?
ask the questions that we've been taught, like out of just general decency, to never ask. Like
Yeah,
he asks indecent questions. Like you
yeah,
don't ask someone who just told you they got abused, do you like it? Or what did you think? Was it like what
yeah,
was like how'd that work? I was what were your thoughts?
yeah.
Like he just asks odd questions that you'd be like, oh my God.
Why are you asking them this? Like, obviously they're in
Right.
tears right now. They're crying. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about the abuse.
Right.
Did it happen this way? Did it happen that way? Like, but I could see Ernest being inappropriate like that and
Mm.
doing interviews, thinking that he's the man, trying to find different styles. Or if he's gonna go the Bible route,
Wow.
he could be like Jesse Lee, crazy like
Mm.
that. Because he's going crazy in there. Because he's already had mediocre.
Mediocre stroke. Do you think that Nesto's mental capacity is diminishing? Because we hear him on the phone. I don't think he sounds any more off his rocker than he has been. But does anyone have any like proof, a receipt or two where you feel like he has lost his freaking rocker, like he's starting to lose it in there? Because he sounds kind of the same to me. I mean, he does sound a little more depressed now than he did, 2 years ago. But what do you think?
I think he is. I think when his blood pressure is high, I think he has had strokes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think his blood pressure
No,
is
I'm
has
so maybe I'm
is
saying mental
oh
like he's going
mentally.
crazy, not necessarily like his
Yes,
health. We know I think we have a idea that his health, well, let's say it this way. He has said his health is deteriorating. He and Sonia, I stand 10 toes, 2 feet, and a whole ass on it that he's full of shit as far as his physicality. I think he wants to use a diminished health condition to try to get some mercy from the court. But just like the judge said, you should have thought about that before you started getting into trouble. And that was the last we heard about his health conditions. But do you think he's going cuckoo?
I think he is because he doesn't use his time wisely. I mean, not cuckoo, but just like
Mm,
he's going stir crazy. You know what I mean? Like that cabin fever. And
mm.
and if unless you're locked up, well, if you're locked up and if you're not using your time wisely, because it can go by pretty fast if you read, if you stay active. You might have to mind your business a little bit, stay away from other people. But if you're just calling the same nutcase every single day, and that's your only contact to the outside world. Your attorneys are busy, so they're not really talking to you, or they just don't want to talk to you. They just haven't gotten around to talking to you. I mean, this is the only person that you feel like is giving you hope because they're giving you the type of hope that you want. I think he's getting just cabin fever, and it's not permanent because he flip flops every day. Because some days he's like sharp as a tack, he's speaking clear, he's lucid, and then other days he sounds like he's like almost like Pawpaw ish, sitting in a rocking chair, picking his toes, losing it.
So someone said it worked for Erica, and it did work for Erica, but Erica's been out. Erica probably did about 6, 8 months. Erica wasn't even in there a whole year. Nesto has been talking his ass off for the past 2.5 years, and it's not going to work. They have full medical services. So Erica also was coming to the table with MS, which is not high blood pressure. The type of things that Nesto is claiming and maybe is documented that he may have at this moment are all things that they're all too happy to give him, those type of medications at the jail. Multiple sclerosis is very expensive to treat, and it's not something that is like over the counter medications. It's like cocktail infusions that happen. I think, it just depends on your treatments, could be quarterly, semi-annually, and they're very expensive. Um and I don't know. I don't know if there are people in prison with MS. I'm sure there probably are, but she was in a position where they were able to let her out. Um, and she came with a proffer. She came with something to exchange for house arrest or whatever she got. You know what I mean? Nesto just wants to get out on the technicality. So I hear you that it worked for Erica King, but he's not Erica King. Erica King is actually going to be testifying against him. So it's great it worked for her, but I don't think that's going to work for him. He's not coming with a major illness. He's coming with illnesses that are very treatable, with a pill and diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like his anemia and kidneys and all that stuff. That, like you said, it can be treated, but he also he has a choice of the stuff to eat off of the commissary. There are lots of
Right.
men who get out of jail and are healthier than before they went into jail. So
Right.
I don't feel sorry for him. Instead of spending your money on movies and phone calls, take some of that money and spend it on the right things in commissary. I just don't.
Right.
All that health, the anemia, you know, sorry, bruh. Like
Eat
the
the
judge
well,
said,
eat the salad, eat the beans, eat the green leafy vegetables. Um, I'm sure they are trying to treat what they can, but it's, and for I mean, look, for all of our safety, you get arrested and they're like, "Oh, you have high blood pressure." They will give you some metapropyl or whatever they give you, Toprol, and they're going to tell you to sit your ass down. I mean, these are serious illnesses that he has, but these are illnesses that are all very treatable. If he's got type 2 diabetes, if he's got hypertension, if he's got any kind of ailments associated with his diabetes, these are all things that can be treated in the infirmary office. And like the judge said, and I'm going to repeat it for the third time, these are all things that he should have thought about before he started doing crime out on the streets.
he could also ask for a kosher diet. Like there's ways that you can get healthier foods in the jail. You can
Hmm.
say for religious purposes you need to have a kosher diet. And that's what he should have. I mean, he's been in jail so many times. He should know this. So I don't understand it. But if he's sick, he's sick because of stuff related to being in jail. That's on him. Somebody said in the chat. I think he's purposely making himself sick. So if you're just not choosing not to eat the right foods and you want to eat just peanut butter and whatever sausage, cereal and I don't know sausage for cereal. I don't understand. But
He's drinking toilet water.
you
He
can buy
says that he
water.
gets, yeah. I mean, can you can buy water? You can buy like a jug of water.
You can buy bottled water. Like it's like the regular what 16-ounce bottles, but you can buy it. So I don't feel bad for
Look,
him when
he did all that talking. It didn't do him any favors. So I don't know. I don't think anyone feels sorry for him.
So if you're gonna play a call, I'm gonna drop down. Hopefully that we hear something interesting today. I want to laugh. So, but thank you for letting me come up. I'm
Oh,
reporting live from the firehouse, one leg
okay.
off in the wheelchair. Y'all have a good
Okay.
day. Bye bye.
Okay. I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you for calling in, Vicky. That was very sweet. What said Diddy's eating is kosher. So yeah, maybe they make those plates specifically, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I'm going to be honest, but being depressed can make you sick. That can trigger. Yeah, I mean, look, if he is faking, thank you for everyone who sent a super. You guys are so sweet. I think Nesto is already nuts. Um, pre jail. Okay. He can podcast with Dame Dash and they can show their teeth falling out. Was that not hilarious when that happened? That was the funniest thing ever. Um my friend's little brother nearly died from hooch and was in the ICU. I wonder what happened. Was it just that strong? The alcohol content had gotten very high. Kosher plates have vegetables. He look, if he's choosing to not eat, wasn't there an episode recently where he said, and it might be, I'm not sure if it's something that I have that I was gonna play today. He said he hadn't ate for 24 hours. He was fasting. I was like, for what? What are you fasting for? Let's see. They usually make hooch in a toilet, so maybe some type of oh God, help us. I cannot. I mean, it's hard enough sometimes swishing your mouth with the sink, the bathroom sink. 'Cause I don't know, for somewhere in my mind, I don't think the sink water is as decent as kitchen, but pretty much it's either bottled or we get it from the refrigerator because the refrigerator is filtered. Um, and I know my husband wants to get one of those water filtration systems throughout the house, and we have filters in the showers. Um, but he would like to just have filtered water running through the house, period. Um, I just cannot imagine taking a complete, you know what, and put my ass on that seat and think that it's ever going to be clean enough for me to separate my mind and think I'm going to enjoy a crystal light with it. Are you kidding me? I don't want to know about it. Even just thinking about it makes me want to throw up. There's not enough bleach. I'm definitely not going to eat behind, or drink behind anybody else. If I can't drink behind my own, I can't even begin to. It's just a whole mental block. There's no way. No effing way. I don't care how much hooch, I don't care how good they say it is. It's about like pigs, not pig's feet. What is it? The chitlins? No, thank you. No ma'am, no turkey, no ham. I mean, I love turkey, excuse me, but you know what I'm saying? Um, some damn chitlins? No. When I realized someone told me that when you're stringing the chitlins along, not that I ever ate it, because I was always turned off by the smell, but when you're cleaning it and all that stuff is basically doo-doo, stop it. Anything tastes good with garlic and onions. Anything tastes good stewed. I don't know what is good about chitterlings. Nothing. Okay? I cannot. I cannot. Candy, I can't. If you like it, I'm not going to get too much into it, but isn't the stuff in there boo boo? I can't. I can't. You guys can have it. I'm not going to down it. I know people like it. I can't. It might taste really good, okay? It really might be awesome. I'm just not going to know about it. You know why? Cuz I cannot my mind's telling me no, okay? And my body is definitely on some no. My body said hell no, okay? I cannot toilet hooch. No, ma'am. It could taste like Starburst. It could taste like a Starburst meets a lifesaver. I will not, because all I think about is the business. And the business can never be iced tea. The business is always going to be nasty. Okay. Okay, let's switch topics because it's making us all gross. Okay, all water is the same in a house or building unless it's filtered or isolated by a backflow device that protects the drinkable water. Okay, look at GR giving us some engineering or something, some very professional information right there. Thank you. So yeah, that's we get that. We have filter water for the refrigerator. I cleaned chitterlings and never saw any waste in them. Really? Okay. Those buckets that come from Walmart, those red buckets, um there's something in them. I'm not sure. I've never made them, so I can't speak like, "Oh my god, one time I was cleaning and this happened." Someone very close to me said she puts her gloves on and runs through them because there's brown stuff, and she says that's boo-boo. So I took her word for it. So maybe I need to tell her, "Girl, you lying," cuz someone told me online that that's not what it is. You guys tell me, but I'm going to, with all due respect, I still don't want any. I don't want any. I don't want any. Okay. Water systems for the house is worth the money. Yeah, my husband wants us to get one of those. We will probably get one. You know how they come by to the house every so often. Tony, hey Tony Smith, hey boo. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going, guys. So Nesto has plans, y'all. He wants to I mean, do you guys really think that his plans include being with Sonya? Or is that just talk? Do you think that he really wants to, go stay with her? I feel like Sonya is the first stop to get a shower, get his clothes, get himself situated. Yeah, get a shower, get himself situated, drain his balls, um, try to get himself acclimated, and then he's going to start to stretch out. And when he starts to stretch out, sis, it's a wrap. I give him, I feel like we talked about this before. I give him about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a week or two on his best behavior. 3 weeks, if he were out and about, he start to feel himself. He gonna be in the wind. He's gonna be in the wind, and Sonya gonna be calling the police. Okay, what y'all think? The first woman with money and can have some for him, he's gone. Yeah, 2 weeks tops. 2 weeks, he gonna be coming home, doing what he's supposed to do. It's just talk. He'll go in there beginning because he's wait, let me find that comment. It's going too fast on this side. Uh that's just talk. He'll go in there beginning because there's no other immediate option. Yeah, he'll go to Sonya's for out of necessity. Sonya's gonna do exactly what she does, be used, okay? And then he will find his yeah, he's gonna be like, look, can we have something other than Alfredo? This Alfredo is too much. Okay. So the podcast, Sonya's house, the RV. RV is not really his plan. I think he just likes to have a bus. He likes to have a house on wheels, but I don't think he really wants to live. He's not a van lifer. He just wants to be able to have a mobile pum pum wagon. That's pretty much what I think. I think he will drop it like he will drop her like a hot potato. He just means to do she's just a means to an end. Okay, got it. She's gonna take him and Tomas clothes shopping and get them a haircut and some noodles. Ah! Oh God. Okay, just Nikki's saying it's poop in the in Shitterlands. Okay. We're not gonna get too deep in it because I don't want to mess up someone's favorite dish. So we're gonna let them have it because I don't eat it anyway. So I'm not gonna be competing with you for a chitlins bucket at Walmart or your favorite grocery store. You don't have to worry about me this holidays and go into the store and a pack of chitlins is not there. It won't be me. Okay. So you're good on that. Trust and believe he has a full mental Rolodex of all of the scammers he used to roll with. But are they going to be dealing with him? He couldn't just have left. He could have been left Shirley and went to Sonia's, but didn't. He could have been left Shirley. I don't think that was the plan. Him and Sonia weren't really. They were talking, but they were not like that. I think he was just going and having a good time. They were fucking. Let's just be real. He and Sonia, remember she said, we never really talk like that. We didn't talk very much. They didn't even have a picture together. You say he's gonna find salt and pepper? Stop it. Oh, the Motorola girls, the Metro PCS girls. Nesto is gonna stir crazy at times. Remember, Sonia doesn't have enough money for him. She does not. Okay. That clip I put out a couple days ago, maybe it was even yesterday, when she's like, okay, Maserati, okay, I see you. I can talk to you. And Sonia tries to say, okay. Sonia tries to say stuff like she didn't care if he had money. She was definitely very attracted to that Instagram page. Um, Two stummies will be at the house arguing and fighting. Yeah, it's not going to be cute. Especially when he starts to not come home. Oh shit, Linz. Wow. Okay. Wait. No, no, we're just talking, guys. We're just talking. We're just talking. Um he has court on the 7th. I said, so you got to scroll back. If he were to get out, what is he going to do? Dion talked to him about having a strategy, having a plan, having a speech together about what his plans are, what does the future hold? And I asked you guys to drop what you think might be some of his plans. I think that was the question. And we were talking about if he were to get out and he got to Sonia's house. I mean, we already know that's not going to work out. You missed a lot, not too much. We're only an hour in. We're just an hour in. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I am going to come back with some calls though. Nesto is not going to Sonia's house. When he thought he was getting out, he was making arrangements behind her back. That's true, but I think he look, he's such a complicated person. I mean, let's the truth be told. It could have been Shirley, but it wasn't going to be Shirley. We knew that. It could have been Lamont, and then we know it wasn't going to be Lamont. Sonia, you know what I mean? Let me go back to GR for a second about the water. This is my thing. I don't care how clean the water is. It's not even just the water. It's the punch being made in the vessel that I did the nastiest thing in the house. Does that make sense? In that vessel, something very bad happened. I am not mixing Kool-Aid or wine in that bowl. I'm not going to drink out of it, and I'm not going to mix anything in it. I'm not cooking in it, and I'm not drinking out of it because something very bad happened there on a daily. Okay. I don't want to be too nasty about it, but never, no toilet hooch. Like you said, drain his bag. Girl, it's going to be some draining of the package. Yeah. It's going to be some usefulness type stuff. Yeah. That punch bowl is forever not. I don't care. I would rather, let me tell you what I watched yesterday. They were in like a remote village. This was on YouTube, of course. I was watching a family that lives in a cave in Afghanistan. They all slept in one common area on a bunch of blankets and pillows and stuff. I was like, how does mom and dad, how do y'all have all these kids? That's what I want to know, with absolutely no privacy. Um, then they get up, everybody folds up their blankets, all the things, and then the mom gets some sort of like a broom type sweeper type thing. She swept with some like looked like wheat, She had some girl. And then cleaned everything off, laid out like the daytime carpet, and then went over to like a common kitchen area, and then they lit like this type of, it looked like a clay oven, lit a clay oven, okay, and made some sort of like big pitas with I don't know, a vegetable, a potato, and made some homemade bread, and all the kids ate. They had tea and everything. They laid out all these mats. Everything was done on the floor. Everything was done in a bunch of bowls. Everything was done with water, like Mazola corn oil, big, ginormous vessels of water from God knows where. And then in the little area where other families live, there was like a little stream coming from somewhere where the water was just like trickling down. And they just like stood there with the little buckets, the little silver bowls, and collected water and used that. I was like, it was fascinating. It was fascinating to see how other people live and how, I mean, it's like, wow, not a duffel bag. Damn, I love you. Girl, he's coming with his duffel bag to put it right in the living room, okay? But yeah, I would eat at the in the village in the caves and eat that fresh bread from the clay oven, um kneaded on the floor of the cave hut before I drink some toilet punch. Okay, that was my point in telling you that story. I would eat with the little family from the cave before I drink out of the jail toilet bowl. Okay. Okay. um let's see. So the city, his church, he wants to lead women, he wants a movie, he's writing a book. What else? He's allegedly going to be with Sonya, which we know that, I mean, his plans are shot. Are there any plans that you think that Nesto has that are actually viable? He says that he wants to be able to get his social media back because that's how he's going to make his money. It's easy to say. Social media is not easy. It's a grind. You know what I'm saying? It's a grind. Even yesterday, I didn't post really. I think I put up one short. But I was still answering comments. I was still releasing comments. I was reading emails. I mean, even when you're not live, you're doing something. You're researching, you're prepping, you're answering emails. You guys send me notes, reach out to me on Instagram. I'm not perfect, but I do answer a lot of you guys communication. For I mean, I don't want to say everything because I'm sure I have missed the ball on one or two, a few things here and there, but for the most part I respond. um and so you know what I'm saying, it's a lot. Is anybody having sound issues? I don't know. Is anybody having sound issues? Let's see. Girl, bussy bowl punch. No. Okay. Let's get back on what do we actually know. Hold on. Let me check for sound. Someone says that they might be having a sound issue. Let's see. Not come home. Vegetable. It sounds okay to me. This is what I would say do. Close the app, like swipe it all the way up, close it out, and then have it come back. Nesto is going to be cleaning up the. Okay, let's. So I did go look at the docket before we went live, but let's just see. Um, Now, what is the deal with the other two cases? There's just nothing going on. I check the cases periodically, and I mean, I don't see anything on the essay and on the but let's go look at them real quick, because let's go look at what the bonds are. Because let's just say, I think this conversation came up to whoever was asking, is Nesto getting out? He's in jail right now. He's got plenty of court dates coming up. At the end of the day, what I think is interesting is that we've seen recently some plea deals. Now, does that mean he's getting a plea deal? Absolutely no. That's not what that means. And I'm certainly not saying that he is. I just want to be clear. We're just talking about the what ifs. But the main what if, even if he were to get something, my point, which we've talked about this, he has two other very serious pending cases. He could get a plea deal for one case and he's still not going anywhere, right? So we saw that last week. If you were watching YSL, there's someone who has a life sentence right now, and they're trying to appeal that case. Like the judge said, he's got a life sentence. But in the event that his case is overturned or something else happens, he's already clear over here. So they've cleared the way. So does it change anything on what he's currently going through? Absolutely not. But in the event that something happens, his situation with YSL is over. I mean, he's got his particular set of circumstances that would not make him have to sit and be further adjudicated or anything like that. He's done. He's got his probation, he's got his whatever he got in his deal, right? But he's not going anywhere because he currently has a life sentence, right? Okay. Nesto doesn't have a life sentence, but he does have two other cases that are serious. Let's look at the let's see. Let's look at the bond on those. I feel like the bonds are still pretty hefty. Um Probable cause. Okay, the bond. He still doesn't he still have a big ass bond? Price. I'm sure I have this. This was dated what, April 2024. On the CP alone, he still has a $700,000 bond. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me let y'all see. On the child pornography, the CSAM, the child sexually explicit materials. Um, Hold on. Let me see. This was a letter, I think. Who wrote this? I'll have to look at who wrote this, but it's a letter that was posted asking. Hold on, can y'all see this? Defendant meets the criteria for Ayala. Defendant, okay. And this was April 8th, and the defendant attended his first appearance March 15th. Revised warrant and his original bond. The case was reinstated, which is $700,000. The defendant cannot afford because defendant is indigent and can post nothing more than a normal bond. Defendant praised this court after hearing grant the defendant a reasonable reduction of the 700,000. Soon after this letter, because this was April 2024, this motion, um, he had the RICO. So the CP alone is still at $700,000. He doesn't have any money. Let's see. Let me find the bond order. I think he did get a reduction on that because they were $200,000 a piece, and I think they got lowered to 175. Those are 175 a piece. No contact directly. Oh, hold on. Those are 175 a piece. So this probably won't come up, but if they happen to get into the conversation of the motion to suppress the vehicle search, on Thursday, because this is a conversation about motions. Um, if they talk about the motion to suppress the vehicle search, the reason why this is relevant is because the GTAC computer was found in the vehicle search. But according to Will Wooten, this has nothing to do, none of the stuff that was seized has anything to do with this case. So he requested that it be denied just on that. Um, but this is the one where they said no weapons, no firearms, no drugs without valid prescription, no alcohol, 24-hour curfew, um 24-hour curfew, except for work. So basically in the house, medical court, attorney visit, basic life, religious necessities, no contact with animals, anyone under 18, no social media, no internet, cannot leave Fulton County, and must surrender passport to attorney type thing. um Girl, no contact directly, indirectly with victim, victim's family, professional, personal, or close associates by phone, email, or through a third party, including at victim's work, church, home, daycare. If you encounter the victim, you must leave immediately and not come within 200 yards. Is it 200 yards or 200 feet? Damn, 200 yards. Okay, a yard is 3 feet, so 200 yards. I mean, my God, can you see someone from 600 feet away? I don't know. Anyway, that's the bond on the CP charges. So let's just say all of a sudden, Nesto, in the next couple of months, they try to work on a deal for him. He still has a hellified bond. It doesn't mean that they would drop these charges. There's nothing like that. So he definitely could still, he's going to still be sitting in jail until something happens with these other charges. So anything could happen, but I don't see him walking out until he can get someone to go and figure out what they're doing with these sexual assault. Are these things going to move anywhere? Let's see what the bond is on this one. Pretrial order for bond, pre-indictment order for bond. Which one is this one? So right now, all together, ooh, okay. So altogether, and this is not with the RICO. I don't even know if they reevaluated the bond on the RICO. I don't think they ever asked. Okay. Right now, you can see it right here, 405. So between the sexual assault and the child pornography, 700,000 plus 405. That's $1.1 million. 1,100,500, and that doesn't even include the RICO. And remember when Nesto said he called the clerk of court's office to ask what his total bond was, and they said it was something like $2 million? His bond right now, Superfly is laughing. Look, he could, I'm just saying, if he were to get Judge Dunaway, say Will Wooten was feeling generous and they organized some sort of deal for him, okay? And they said you can get 25 years probation, this, that, the third. He's still going to be sitting there because he's got a $1.1 million and $500 bond on these other two cases that aren't going anywhere no time soon. Okay? This stuff right here, you see that stuff that way, that part, okay, that part, 100,000, 100,000, 50,000, 5,000, and 150 straight like that. You see how it says straight? 405 straight. Okay, so 100, and so $1,100,500. If that's 15%, even if it's 10 or 15%, nobody is coming through for Nesto with no $100,000 or $150,000. The only person who could have done that for him is in the wind. She's no longer attached to him and she's not doing it. Okay. The only person who could qualify with that good $1 million salary, them good, the real authentic paychecks, them real paychecks. Sonia, why don't you take them fake ass paycheck stubs to go get Nesto a damn bond? You can make paycheck stubs. Oh, okay, really? Okay. Are you gonna use those fake paycheck stubs to try to get him out? Okay. I bet you she's not. PayPal is so funny. Pen pal is so funny. You see what I'm saying? She doesn't even have $8 on his books. So nobody has to worry. Nesto's not going nowhere no time soon, y'all. He's fine. He's gonna be sitting right where he's at. Um, do y'all remember his letter? Are we It's like we're taking a trip down memory lane right now. Hold on. Let's read this. Hold on. This is what he wrote to Miss Shay. Hold on. I don't have my actual copy in front of me right now. So this was from y'all. This is almost a year ago. Okay. This was written. Okay. It was written on November 6th in the year of 2023, guys. And I shall read. Okay. I wish he would have gotten more into writing letters like Sarah Boone. That would have been so good. So he wrote it on 11/6. It got to Miss Shay's desk or the clerk's office on 11/13. Dear Miss Shay Alexander, how are you? I hope this letter reaches you in good spirits. I've requested several times for copies of all my warrants as well as my probable cause hearing. Here's the date of my probable cause hearing, September 14th, 2023. Also, here are all the case numbers that I had hearing on. If it's any way possible, could you send me a copy of all my warrants and transcripts when I went to my preliminary hearing? Also, I went to court on the 17th of October, 2023 for my bond hearing. Can I get a transcript for that as well? I've been incarcerated for 16 months. I've had 3 lawyers, 2 public defenders, and all of them have fell by the wayside. The DA have been adding charges and dropping charges as well. Demolish my family and my livelihood by leaking all my phone conversations out to the public. So I am forced to defend myself the best way I can. So, Miss Alexander, I'm begging you to send me the documents requested. I am an innocent man and I still have not even been indicted. So I'm begging you to please send me what I need to get my life back. I have lost everything, but I still have God. In the mighty name of Jesus, be blessed. And I think it said Ernest Williams on the back. Okay. And they had his envelope and all that other stuff with it. I posted that. If you go down my community wall, girl, that's from a year ago. So have fun, but just scroll. It's in there. And it's in Patreon too, I'm sure. Girl by the wayside. Okay. Did he say waist like as in snatch your waist? Hold on. I've had No, he said wayside, fell by the wayside. I've had 3 lawyers, 2 public defenders, and all of them have fell by the wayside. Okay. Girl. That's your birthday in 3 days? Okay, Zolrak. Zevek. Did I pronounce that right? Okay. He said he needed that paperwork to prove his innocence. So I think she sent him back what he requested, but that hasn't really helped, did it? You said pure hilarity. Ah. It's Carlos backwards. Carlos. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Carlos Chavez. Is it S? So it's Chevez. Chavez. So Carlos Chavez, is that your name? Did someone say it's Carlos backwards? Okay. Okay, Carlos Chavez. Girl, you gave me the hint and I figured it out. Okay? Girl, we are smart over here. Stop playing. Okay? Okay. I got you. You said he didn't write that letter. Who wrote the letter? Can we go down conspiracy corner for a second? Who wrote that? He had someone else. Girl, y'all are all saying Nesto did not write that. Nesto cannot write a basic letter. Is that what I'm hearing? Are we totally discrediting this letter? It's on his file. It's on his file. Okay. Okay. So let me just give you guys a little bit of background right here. This is there's nothing that has happened on this case in a very long time. So these are the charges. Okay. Can y'all see this? Make sure. Okay. This is what's going on over here. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Nothing has been happening over here. Last time we saw something, they were in court. They had the probable cause. They read those, was it the impact statements or something? The victim impacts. Um, it's been almost a year. Can you guys believe that almost a year has gone by? We had that hearing. They had a few statements. They had Natalie Fields over there, and nothing has been happening because the RICO basically kind of took over. Okay, let me reset. Let's look at the other one. Nothing is happening here. I mean, you never know what we're seeing on the system. That doesn't necessarily mean that um they're not investigating, but as far as activity on the docket, I'm going to say it like that. No further activity on the docket. The only activity that we have seen has been pretty much on the RICO. Okay, hold on. I went back too far. Just a second. But you never know. I mean, Will Wooten very well could have said something to Winfrey just because he's trying to get this evidence thrown out, and he may have put her on alert that, your boy's trying to get evidence thrown out and I've motioned for it to be denied, but um you know, you never know. Also, on the age of these cases, I would imagine they would need to do something and refresh something. But I don't know. I don't know what their procedure is, but um the last time they went ahead and brought back the indictments. So let's see. Uh okay, let me do it like this. All right. These are the CP. All right, and I showed you the other one. This was the last activity we saw on this. The last activity we saw was this, and this was the bond motion, motion for reduction in bond, where they were asking for a reduction of the $700,000 bond, and it was denied. I'm sorry. It was denied. And then there was the probable cause. Why isn't this coming up? Let's see. Okay, the probable cause. Is this a new charge? No. Having today's evidence, the court finds probable cause. Yeah, I mean, they based on that particular hearing, this was the probable cause document based on Natalie Fields showing up. Can y'all see this on 4/8? They documented, they talked to Natalie Fields, they went through all of everything that they had. And in addition, the court finds no probable cause for the charges below. Okay, so but this is the order right here. Having today heard, the court finds probable cause on the charges below and commits. Okay, so and then they submitted a reduction for bond, and it was a no. It was a no. Okay, they asked for a reduction. Reconsideration. That was the motion that was filed. Then there was the pre-indictment probable cause. They found probable cause, and jail commitment. So basically back to jail. And then this was the denying the motion for bond reduction. So I mean, y'all, it's like, even if for some strange reason on the RICO, they decided to not take this all the way and they negotiated something on either side, negotiated plea or non-negotiated plea. He still has over $1 million in bond on two very complicated cases. Sir's not going anywhere. Sonia needs to just go ahead and live her life. But we can't tell her that because we're all hating and we don't know what we're talking about. And then let tight suit Roberto tell it. We're also putting out false information. So I'm not even gonna bother. Let that man he knows better than anybody else where he's been sitting. Okay. He knows better than anyone else where he's at and what he's been doing. Have you guys gone over this yet? Which we haven't gone over it yet. We're not going to do it now, but I have this on my desktop. The United States District Court, Southern District, and the Meg the Stallion and Milagros lawsuit. We haven't talked about this. I really need to finish reading it. I'm not done. I just want to read it before we talk about it. Because sometimes I'll if I'm just reading it, I'm not. I want to get all of it before I. Have y'all seen this? I think we talked about it briefly. Okay, maybe we'll do this tomorrow. I've got it on my desktop. Another couple of things too that I need to put them all in order. Um, so you guys know or may not know, I was looking up a couple of TikTok things. So let me not even say too much at this point right now. Um, Regarding Ashley Grayson, I think maybe you have heard, maybe some of you guys don't know who she is. She is a Facebooker who was also a YouTuber. Well, not YouTuber per se, more so Facebooker and TikToker. My bad. She got into it with a lady named Drika Harwell. Um, and there was a commentary channel who was, talking the business as a good reporter should and will. And sis got mad. She got 10 years. Thank you. Um, anyway, she basically was prosecuted for a murder for hire plot. It's very interesting, and but yeah, she got sentenced the other day. I've done maybe 3 or 4 videos, but they're way, 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 way down. It's been like a year since I've done like an Ashley Grayson video. Um, but let me tell you, these people are crazy. Not just her, but all the people who feel like they can silence people, and also that you're going to get somebody involved in a murder for hire plot and they're not calling the police on you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to go to no federal court. Look at the guys who went ahead and took out damn Wendy Adelson's husband, Dan Markel. I bet you they wish they didn't go over there to Dan Markel's house and do what they did. I bet you if the two Latin kings and the ex-girlfriend could go back in their time machine and not get a life sentence sitting in a Florida penitentiary, they would have left Dan Markel alone. Okay? Charlie Adelson, the mama getting ready to get it, and then the wife gonna get it last. Okay? I think this is just my, and any of you guys who've been following the case, I really think that even though Wendy is shameful and possibly really did have a hand in killing her husband, I think to she seems to be okay with the kids and she loves the kids. That's the only reason why I almost feel like in a way because it's been 10 years since Dan passed away. Those kids are getting older and older. By the time Wendy goes to jail, they're going to be able to make their own decision not to see her anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was bad enough they lost their father at a very young age. And I almost feel like the way that they're prosecuting this case has given Wendy some time to be able to raise the kids. Even though I do question allowing a potential murderer to continue to have the privilege to raise the children of the man that she is going to be, that she's a unindicted co-conspirator of his murder. I think that that's very odd, but she shouldn't have access to the kids. You kill their father, you don't have access to the kids. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Yep, I've seen it on Datelines too many times. Okay, Ponytail and Nasty living together would be Sarah. Girl, who's gonna be Sarah Boone? You think Sonya's gonna be Sarah Boone or Nesto gonna be Sarah Boone? Hi, Janetta. Hey, boo. I know. I think she left a lot of people behind, Janetta, that are very scarred by her. Because they feel like she was a scammer. I feel like, okay, Ashley Grayson, let's talk about it for a second. I think Ashley Grayson came on like kind of like with guru energy. And I think she made people feel like she was a self-made. And Ashley Grayson basically was like a postal worker with a dream, and she had an accident. She was working for the postal system. She had an accident and she got a nice six-figure settlement. She took that money and got herself together, good hair, good suits, nice clothes. She upgraded herself, right? She took Dr. Drika's course. And then, according to Dr. Drika, copyright infringement, she stole her course, repackaged it, and came out here like she was self-made. Okay? And that she also came up with this course. She got on the internet and got her little following together, testimonials, all of the things. And she separated some people from their cash and they felt that they got scammed, that her course was not, either she wasn't providing the support or the knowledge that, let's say, Dr. Drika brought to the table, right? And when Dr. Drika took her to court for copyright infringement, Ashley Grayson turned around and tried to sue her for defamation. How are you going to steal my product and then sue me because I'm talking about you stealing my product? Like, I've accused you of stealing my product. That's basically what happened. So the defamation lawsuit got thrown out, and Dr. Drika they found that there was copyright infringement. And then goes the murder for hire amongst a few other people. Um, she was a postal worker with a dream. Yeah. She was working for the postage department and she got into some sort of accident with the machinery in the postal at her location. And I think she lost a finger or two. But she tried to, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got that money She probably went to Bloomingdale's or Saks or somewhere, got a couple of suits, got some better, you know what I'm saying? Got the good hair supplier, got that hair done, put on some heels, and then got on Facebook. And you know, Facebook, girl, you get dressed up on Facebook, they'll give you guru. Shouts out to all my people watching on Facebook, but y'all, they like a good Facebook Live. Okay. They like it live and direct. And if you come with some jewelry and some nice clothes, baby, you will get some followers. Okay. Girl, and mad ever since. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So it came out the people that she confronted, the people that she approached, say it that way, for the murder for hire. Girl, she thought she could call some people up and they were going to be interested. You know how sometimes some people they get a little money and they get a little arrogant and they feel like everybody wants their coins. There was a lady who she was allegedly Ashley was gifting homes, but there were strings attached to these homes, okay? Anyway, I'm not going to go all the way up into detail, but there was a particular person who she thought she was going to try because she had gifted her mother a home. Well, you're not going to call me and ask me to M for H somebody, right? You're not going to get me all up in that. The girl said no, Olivia. She said no. And well, she didn't tell her no. She listened to what the request was. And then she very politely called the FBI. And that was when the investigation started. Um, she never took her name off the house. She gave, yeah. So let's just say I'm dealing with 504 and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna gift your mom a house, okay? Because I'm in the business of giving houses to people. Girl, she did not turn over complete title. I think it was a thing of where she didn't turn over complete title. So if someone decided to sell the house, she would have to sign too. So I think the house was quote unquote gifted, but it was like, I'm just gonna keep my name like on it on the deed, so it's your house in name only, but you're going to have to, like, if you try to sell it. So basically, full ownership was not given. So yeah, a mess. It's a very interesting story. Um, and anyway, she got 10 years and she's going to have 3 years supervised. I wonder if her and her husband are going to make it. I wonder if a couple years from now he's going to have someone in her house. I would Mm-mm. I would die. Anyway, what else is going on? I think that's it for right now, guys. We had a good little conversation today, right? No, it was a gift. It was a home that was paid for. She this girl, the postal worker who got the six-figure settlement, I guess what I didn't tell you is that she made like $1 million cash after when she stole the course from Dr. Drika. She somehow, some way, she got on TikTok and Facebook and she made like $1 million in a day. I'm sorry, did I not say that? Girl, she made $1 million in one day. She got like guru status and she started selling this course, and that's what led to the copyright infringement. Okay. Which led to the defamation, which led to the murder for hire plot. It was awful. But she started giving away houses as kind of like her, like Ashley cares about the neighborhood type thing. And but she was buying these houses and giving them away to people, not like a ton, but there were a few where she was running like contests and things like that. And particularly this one woman, her mother was gifted a home, and come to find out it was not really completely gifted. There was still partial ownership by Ashley, and that was another one of the people that she wanted to did she want to get rid of her too? She might have. No, I think she got her daughter. She had approached her daughter about the murder for hire plot, and then she called the FBI. You like my conversation? Okay. Girl. I'm not sure how the settlement went. We'd have to look that up and see. I wonder. Uh I don't know. They would have had to clear title some type of way. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'll have to look on TikTok because maybe the TikToker is still there. I'm sure they've talked about it. I'm sure. I'll find out. I'll find out. She wanted to hire her daughter to do the murder for hire, right? Yeah. It's been going on for a few years now. And no, I don't want to say no one was talking about it. It was a Facebook matter cuz Dr. Drika is really not on YouTube like that, and it was a TikTok. It's more, you know how stuff happens over here on YouTube and people don't even know about it on, you know what I'm saying? It's like two different ones. It's like Planet Facebook, Planet TikTok, and people travel from Facebook to TikTok, and how we travel from YouTube to TikTok, or I'm a YouTube to Instagram shuttle person. Okay. I take the commuter train over to Instagram. It's different worlds. You know that. I never go to Planet Snapchat. You won't even catch me there. Okay. I used to go there a long time ago, but I don't really like it. So it's complete. So yeah, you didn't hear about it, even though it was a whole federal USA versus Ashley and Joshua Grayson. It was more of a Facebook thing. Just like this ladies and luggage, it's happening on Facebook, but we're definitely bringing it to YouTube because some of y'all are in here. Y'all, some of the patrons of ladies and luggage happen to be Bougie Gang, if you can believe it. So we will be hearing from some this week. Okay. A couple of people reached out to thank me for talking about it. I just thought it was an interesting story because I was like, damn, they're scamming again. And also, I know that we do hear a lot of bad news, and I didn't want to bring like another murder story because I mean, a lot of things happen. There's a lot of interesting stories out here, but a lot of them have resulted in death. So I thought this was an interesting story that did not include a unaliving. So I said, let's talk about it. Pocket Watcher. Oh yeah, there is a channel. So Pocket Watcher was covering Ashley. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I never saw anybody really talking about it on YouTube. I saw Chronicle Speaks did something a couple like I'm talking like deep dive type stuff, but yeah. Bougie Gang we have a very diverse uh audience, okay? Okay. Very much giving trips to Paris and Dubai, Las Vegas and Jamaica and all of those things. So I was not surprised that our girls would be booking trips. I'm just very much dismayed that somebody thought they could take another woman's hard-earned coins. Okay, that's bothersome to me. That's not cool. That is very much not giving cool. Pocket watching with JT. These scammers got to have some real chutzpah. Okay, okay. I would not have heard about the ladies and luggage if not for you. Came out of in Facebook streets. Okay. Facebook is so different. I like Facebook, um, but you got to really it's a whole vibe for Facebook that I just, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep going. I like to broadcast on Facebook, but Facebook, girl, Facebook wants you to show your ass. Okay. They really do. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Okay. Maybe later on this evening. I got to do a couple of things, but dinner's pretty much already set. So I might be coming back later on this evening. But let me handle something. I got to run to the post office and get this payment in the mail, some legal mail that I need to send out. Okay. I know a couple of y'all love when I talk about legal mail. So I got to get this last, if you guys know what I'm talking about, I got to get this last payment out on that damn legal mail. And there was something very specific that I asked for. You would think I'm getting a top secret file. Like what I've had to go through to get this legal mail, it better be good. I'm not kidding. Because they said the police report's 46 pages. They still haven't sent me the damn mugshot yet. And there's supposed to be 10 body worn camera videos. Okay. And this is the most I've ever had to pay, over $200. Okay. Let me get this. I need to get this out today. Because they said it's ready. And once they get this, I'll get the email with the report and the picture, and the videos will be coming. So let me go ahead and drop this in the mail so they can get this out to me this week, and we can hopefully have it by the weekend or this time next week. Because I'm like, damn, this took a long time. Okay. Anyway, ugh, lots of back and forth. Lots and lots of back and forth. Okay. Legal mail, yes, receipts. Okay. Legal mail equals receipts. And it does. Yes. Girl, Hawaii 5. It's on some Hawaii 50. Yes. Girl, when she said that the police report was 46 pages, I was like, now say what? Hold on. Let me look in the envelope. Girl, I printed it out so I could make sure that when they, my remittance. Girl. Mugshot police report 46 pages. I was like, what am I actually paying for? Because aren't you emailing this? But it had to be redacted. So I'm not sure. Sometimes when they redact certain stuff, I better not get a whole bunch of black pages. That's what I know. But hopefully we will hear the story, because I'm going to just say this. There are some people on this internet with the shits, and somebody got arrested, and we have not gotten the full story, and hopefully I might have it very soon, at least according to what the police had to say. We'll have some sort of more details as to what the hell happened that night. Okay. All right, guys, let me go run to the post office. Okay. Sometimes it is a lot of back and forth. I'm gonna tell you guys, some of you guys who want to do investigative type YouTube, what I'm gonna say is you have to be very patient and you have to be very organized, because some things you can just boop, 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 boop. Wait, where's my sound effect for keyboard? Sometimes you can just go into your computer and you're just like a click away, right? Other stuff, girl, you would think that you're damn, what is it, like the freaking, you are a for real private investigator or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's work. And then by the time, sometimes you got to talk to the right people, because people will tell you no. Okay. People will tell you no in a minute, make you feel like you're being nosy, but this is public record. It's public record. And we have a right to know. I'm tax-paying citizen. Okay. We have a right to know. Okay. All right. So yeah, it can be, you kind of almost have to be like, well, damn. Okay. I don't know. Like the 46 pages is the police report. I don't know. I haven't gotten anything yet. I'm sending the last $138 now. I sent the $98, I don't know, about a week and a half ago, about a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. And they finally got it. and then she emailed me and then said we need the 138. Why she didn't just give me the total? Like, okay, they could have just gave me the total. Why they had to drag this out? But I didn't want to get all bitchy about it. So I said, let me just relax. You know when you're so close, I didn't want to do anything to not get what we need. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still trying to get what we need, which is the tea. So I didn't want to be too about it. So but I'm thinking that yeah, they said it's a 36-page police report. I'm like, okay, girl. But each police officer typically has their incident report. So they have 10 body worn camera videos. So let's just say eight, 5 or 6 police officers showed up. They had dash cam, they had body cam, and then everyone's writing up their version of what happened and they're putting it all together. So it might be kind of like when you look at some cases and they give you like a case file, um, and you've got the different police officers. Like when I walked you guys through the Sarah Boone case file, you had Kayla Rodriguez, you had Deputy Martinez, you had Cupsel. Everybody who showed up had their report. So everyone who showed up wrote a report and everything was in the case file. You know what I'm saying? So it may not necessarily be that it was like a 46-page narrative. It could have been because there were several officers that showed up and they all gave their version of what happened in the event something went to court. Now, have I looked to see could I find something in the court? I did, and we haven't even talked about that, but I found some things. I did. We haven't talked about it. I found some things. I did, but we haven't talked about it. I'll talk about it in the morning because I'll do a little update on that. But yeah, I did not find the court case with the husband. I saw the wife has some shenanigans going on. So I hadn't brought it up. I probably said too much already, but it's okay. Okay. I love you guys. Farrah, we gotta go to the post office. She's so willing. She's like, okay. Y'all's niece. Okay. Anywho, I love you guys. This is so much fun. But yeah, sometimes that nasty work in the bushes, girl, that sometimes I look up, it's 5:30. I'm like, my God. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Make sure to thumbs up this live, please. If you love shenanigans, you love the tea, you like to talk current events, topics, all of the things, just make sure to subscribe to this channel. Set your notifications to all so you can always be notified every time I go live, post a video, all of the things, and hit the thumbs up. It is a free way to support this channel. And don't forget, keep your legs closed to married men. Okay. And that's coming from the godmother. Keep your legs closed to married men. It's bad luck. It's going to give you all kinds of bad juju. Okay. Keep your legs closed to married men. Okay. If the nanny in the DMV, did you see the nanny who's on trial with the man who killed his wife? They invited the freaky man over from the website. They lured him there as a plot to kill the wife and the mother. The nanny thought she was going to steal that lady's husband, like on some it's hands that rock the cradle. Okay. A girl from Brazil. If she would have kept her legs closed to married men, she wouldn't be on manslaughter right now. Okay? Girl, and bad packages. Okay? All right, y'all. I'll see you later. Oh, I was about to go without the outro. Oh yeah, look at this. Wait, hold on. Girl, it's that old $1.1 million bond. Okay? Poor Nesto. Okay. All right.